Hey there, welcome to our second video, Ask Joe. Thanks so much for the kind emails and all the comments. I really appreciate it. I'm booting up my Pro Tools session right now. I thought today we would talk a little bit about Source Elements plugin called Source Connect, which really is the state-of-the-art product for doing voiceover sessions from remote locations. So what we'll do is I'll connect with Out of Here, Steve Nafshun's company. I use Out of Here whenever I'm out of town, and there's not a studio available, an ISDN studio. I'll just use Source Connect from my laptop, and I'll bring along the 416. And what I do is I'll hook up with Steve on Source Connect, and a lot of you have done this, and it's old hat for you. But for those who haven't, I will hook up with Steve. And then Steve at his studio will dial the ISDN of, say, Fox or CBS using his ISDN box. And then he just patches the two together, and voila, we have a session. So I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll connect with Steve. Let's put these on here so I can see a little bit better. As you saw, Out of Here 1 and 2 were busy. He's got sessions going on. So I'm going to select Out of Here 3, just click on that. And then I'll click on Connect, and takes a couple of seconds, and then Steve should be on the line with us, and we'll be chatting. It shows that it's connected, and let's see if we've got Steve. Hello there, Steve.
Hi, Joe.
How you doing today?
I was just about to dial up 3 on the ISDN, but
okay. All right.
You figured it out.
Very good. Well, I was just explaining how I use Out of Here, your company, which is so great. Your rates are very affordable, and I'll be out of town. For example, you and I have talked to one another. I've been in Italy, France, Salt Lake City, New York, Las Vegas. You seem to know wherever I am.
You know, it's a great thing. It's really made it wonderful to travel and do your sessions and all that. It's just a great thing.
Yeah, it's amazing for us doing voiceovers from a remote location. This is the only way to go, and it's pretty much bulletproof. We haven't had any major problems whatsoever. And maybe can you explain exactly what happens? So when I connect to you on Source Connect, then what happens on your end so that we connect to, say, Fox or CBS or whatever?
Well, basically what it is an IP to IP. So you're connecting to me, and basically it'll prompt me that you're dialing in, and basically I'll connect. It just says, do you want to connect or not? And I say yes, and we connect, and then basically it's hardline to a ISDN line where I would give your agent and you the ISDN phone numbers to give to the clients, and they can dial in right in from an ISDN, and then it goes directly to the IP, Source Connect, and to wherever you are, France, Las Vegas, New York, and it's almost like just being at home. You are at the mercy of the internet. Of course, you need the bandwidth. I do tell people that you at least have to have close to the 300 up speed, which is the important one, is the up speed. But for the most part, if you can find a nice hotel or house or anything that's got DSL or any type of newer bandwidth, you're golden.
Yeah, I've been really lucky where we've been, and certain hotels are better than others. I know I go to the Wynn in Las Vegas, and my gosh, their internet is like nuts. It's so fast, and we've had success actually in Hawaii too. We've done one from from Maui at the Four Seasons there, and their internet is just sick fast. So the connections that we do are pretty much flawless. And now the only thing is we do have a delay, and that's inherent in ISDN anyhow. So in ISDN, we usually have about a 10-frame delay. On the Source Connect, we have about 10 frames. So you may end up with anywhere from 20 to, I've had when I'm in Europe, like a 60-frame delay. But you know, it's you can handle it. It's a little difficult talking back and forth sometimes, but it's worth it because having that delay allows you to have the quality, the broadcast quality that we need. So it seems to all work out, Steve.
You know, it really does. I haven't really had a problem where the delay really bothers anybody because most of the time my clients will tell the engineer on the other end that there is a delay. And I usually, just to be safe, usually tell the people it's probably going to be close to a second delay, depending on, of course, where they are. If you're in the same state, obviously, it's much less.
Right, yeah. And now I know, Steve, that, of course, I'm your favorite client, but who are some of the other clients that use Out of Here?
Well, most of the big trailer voices guys use me. Don LaFontaine, George DeLoyo, Ashton Smith. I've done a lot with the promo guys. Guys like John Gary, Ray Van Ness. We did a session with Ray Van Ness. He was in Thailand, actually. We did some stuff from Thailand. I've done some stuff from New Zealand, Australia, France, Italy. Basically wherever we have an internet, high speed, you're pretty much there.
Boy, that's amazing. So unfortunately, you're not able to get any of the big guys to hook up with you. I'm really sorry to hear that, Steve. But so can you?
Exactly. But they, I'll take them big or small. Doesn't matter.
Well, with that in mind, and for all of us who want to connect while we're away, how do they get in touch with Steve Nafshun and Out of Here?
The best thing to do is call me on my cell, which is 310-721-3500. That's 310-721-3500. And we can go over pricing and billing and do some tests to make sure that you're up and running. And I always like to prefer to do a test before you hook up with your client, just because bandwidth and everything else, and that way we know the delay and kind of just get you going before you start your session.
Exactly. Very good. Well, Steve, thanks very much. I think your company is awesome, and the service that you're providing is something that all voiceover people should know about. And I hope that we get the word out a little bit. So thanks again.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for taking your time for this, too.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
All right, Steve, get back to work now. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, bye, everybody. Thank you, Joe.
All right, see you later, Steve. Take care. Bye-bye. And then we simply just disconnect like we did right there. And so there you go. That's pretty much how simple it is. And that's really what it sounds like in your headphones, not only when you're talking to Steve, who's at the bridge, but also your buyer, the person that you're hooked up to and you're doing your voiceover session for. So there you go. That's just a little bit of what happens with Source Connect. Maybe at some point we can demonstrate how I use Source Connect on my laptop. You don't necessarily have to have Pro Tools running for the Source Connect to work. They have a standalone that just rests in your dock. If you have a Mac computer, you don't even have to launch Pro Tools anymore. So Source Connect is a whole other thing to talk about. The company itself, their support. As you can see, when we're online, you see support. Support is always there. They're just a click away. And they're extremely responsive, good people, and they're constantly improving this plugin. And it's just something that we should all know about and we should all use. So there you go. There's this week's Ask Joe, a little something I like to call the Source Connect hookup. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.